Hey, welcome back to the Big Ranch Show. Thank you for joining me. Now, there's been a lot of news coming out of Georgia as of late, especially with these new restrictions on voting they're putting in place, from getting rid of extra polling places to limiting the number of hours the polls are even open. They're going to close them at 5 p.m. Now, how is somebody that's working supposed to make it to be able to vote at 5 p.m. before 5 p.m.? Oh, you say their lunch break, so they're supposed to go without food for the second half of their day. Yeah, that's real nice. You know, but a bit of good news out of Georgia. Major League Baseball has decided to pull the All-Star game out of Georgia as well as the Major League Draft, which is supposed to take place later this year. They really are in support of allowing everyone to vote. Go figure. People being in support of everyone getting to vote. Wow, amazing. Now, let me read you a little quote here from Major League Baseball's commissioner. He says, over the last week, we have engaged in conversation with clubs, former and current players in the Players Association, the Players Alliance, among others, to listen to their views. Commissioner Rob Manfred said in a statement. He went on to say, I've decided the best way to demonstrate our values as a sport is by relocating this year's All-Star game and MLB draft. It goes on to say, Major League Baseball fundamentally supports voting rights for all Americans and opposes restrictions at the ballot box. So as you see, Major League Baseball has said that they're not doing this, which is interesting because you wouldn't think Major League Baseball would be a bastion of liberalism. You know what I'm saying? I mean, all in all, there's more conservative folks that watch baseball. There's more conservative folks that play baseball than, say, in the NBA. But you know what? Even they understand the problems here. Now, in some of the changes that they're making in Atlanta, they also try to do away with being able to go early vote on Sunday. Now, in a lot of states, they have this thing called souls to the polls. It usually has to do with black churches where they get out and they vote on the last voting Sunday available before the election. And they leave their churches and they go and vote on whoever they're going to vote for. And that is why they tried to block that in Georgia. I do believe that made it into the law as well. So it's really showing you how Georgia's really thinking here. They're cutting off voting times at 5 o'clock during early voting. Now, if you're a worker, you can't just take off whenever you want. So you can't go sit on election day for 7, 8, 9 hours in a line. So you need to be able to go early vote. But if you work, say, all morning and all afternoon, and all you get is like a 30-minute break for lunch, then how are you going to have time to go to a voting location? Especially when the voting locations are going to be cut back to 5 o'clock. If you ask me, this isn't just an attack on racial minorities in this country. This is an attack on all working Americans and all working Georgians. Everybody in Georgia who works a 9-to-5 job, who has kids, how are they going to have time to get up, go vote, take care of their kids, make sure their kids get to school, and make sure they can get to work on time? These are some of the most insane laws I've ever seen. I won't even start again on the fact that they're not going to let you give food or water to people in line. But Major League Baseball, unlike the PGA Tour, which really saddens me to know that the PGA Tour is just going to continue to do business as normal in Georgia. And I understand they probably have agreements in place and stuff like that, and they may have a hard time getting out of them. But I really don't care. This is some of the most insane, racist, and anti-worker voting laws I've ever seen in my life. I'm 41 years old, and I have never seen anything like this. I remember a few years ago, down in Alabama, the worst they tried to do was close some polling locations in predominantly black areas. And that was bad. But now they're telling you can't give them food or water, that you shouldn't be able to vote if you work. That's not right. And there's nothing anyone can do or say for me to agree with these changes that they're making. And sadly, Florida and Texas are following suit, along with a bunch of other red states that are doing the same damn thing. And the fact is, if you're having to restrict access to the ballot box as the controlling party of your state, then you are no longer the legitimate government of your state. If you're having to limit people's ability to vote in order for you to win, then you are not legitimate. You'll be illegitimately in power from the moment that bill is signed into law. I'm glad Major League Baseball understands. I'm glad the Coca-Cola Company has decided, to come out against it. Now, I wish that they weren't in Georgia. I wish they could move their headquarters elsewhere, but unfortunately, that's going to be a bit harder than moving an all-star game. But at least they've come out against it. Now, people have claimed that people like Coca-Cola and other big companies like Major League Baseball even should have come out sooner against these things, to try to prevent them from happening. But as we've learned from watching Republicans over the years, there's nothing that Major League Baseball or Coca-Cola or any other major corporation could have said that would have made those Republicans not pass that bill. Just like in Texas. You've got corporations in Texas that are speaking out against this before it's signed. And the lieutenant governor and the governor both of Texas have gone on Fox News and other places stating that these businesses just don't understand our values, they say. I have never been so happy in my life to no longer live in the state of Texas. Anyhow, y'all have a great day. I'll see you down the road. Good job, Major League Baseball, on pulling out of Georgia. They don't deserve your money. They don't deserve your time. And I think you made a good decision here. Anyways, y'all have a great day. I'll see you down the road.